you ready? Are you sure? For music trivia, 3 rounds in store. It's head to head, who's going to war? Are you ready to settle the score? I said, are you ready to settle the score?
Hey, welcome in to another week of Settle the Score. I'm your host, Matt Knost, joined by the musical director, the one and only Mr. Andy Merryweather. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, Matt? How are you?
Good. No audio technical difficulties. Just checking. I didn't hear any on my end, but
No, perfect.
All right.
Yeah, how's your week been since I saw you last?
Pretty much the same. You know, not a whole lot's changing right now. Getting back to some sort of normalcy, but at the same time, new variants are out, so who knows where we're going to be in a month's time. But for right now, it's all right. What about you?
Yeah, it's been it's quite an exciting week. With the Premier League starting this weekend coming up.
Okay.
All the transfers have been happening. You know, the late transfers after the Euros, and I wanted to bring this up because you're a somewhat sports pundit as well as a movie guy. I keep getting annoyed at sports pundits who overuse the phrase "without a doubt." I don't think they pay attention to what it means. So they'll go,
Okay.
"Oh, Lukaku has joined Chelsea. Do you think that gives Chelsea a chance to give Man City a run for the league?" And the first thing out of their mouth is "without a doubt." I'm like, you have absolutely no doubts. This player won't ever break his leg or break his shin. Like, there'll be nothing. Without any doubt at all, this will be an outcome. I just think it's just one of those things where people have... it feels like they just have a locker full of cliches that they just spew.
Of course.
It's just insane. It's getting worse and worse. There's no finesse anymore.
My favorite is the you couldn't write this. You'd be like... Have you seen The Matrix? Pretty sure they can write whatever sports scenario you're talking about right now. It's like every time. Oh my God, this would be a bullshit story in Hollywood. And be like, I don't know if you've watched many movies, man. Maybe in the context of sports movies, but even sports movies are over the top. So, yeah, but sports punditry is nothing but cliches.
No, I completely agree.
They have to fit everything into a soundbite. So it's just, how can I boil this down to nonsense? Or it's picking a fight for no reason. Here are my top 5, whatever. And they purposefully include 1 to 2 names that have no business being on a list like that because it just generates discussion.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Or somebody does something and be like, are they now the greatest of all time? And be like, what? Is there a greatest of all time? I don't know if you can compare across eras. This seems like a bullshit conversation.
No, it's very tough. But I guess the silver lining to this entire discussion is that I have a gripe with sports punditry instead of, I guess, the crumbling of our entire nation or something like that. That is been the grievance in previous weeks. It's not a bad week, I guess.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
To find that annoyance.
To distract us from the looming actual threat, we focus on this nonsense. Yeah. Well, welcome to humanity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
That was Andy's punditry corner right there. We'll check in next week and see what your gripes after the opening weekend of Premier League are.
Yeah.
By the way, who's getting Messi?
I thought so.
Oh, my Siri thought so. Paris, I guess, PSG, right? They're the only ones that can afford him.
Oh, really?
You see him burst into tears? Do you see that clip?
No. I just saw that he left and I read an article.
Oh, it's heartbreaking. Anna and I watched it. We both cried. Like he gave this 7-minute press conference thing to say goodbye, and he was saying, "I'm not ready to leave." Like, he's been there since he's 10. And he's 36. It's heartbreaking. And he doesn't want to leave. He hasn't asked to leave. And Barcelona don't want to let him go. They can't afford to keep him anymore. They're under a financial embargo. They can't sign him again. So it is tough. It's a real tough situation.
Well, that sucks.
He basically said he's going to keep playing to whoever, and he hasn't got an agreement in place. But as soon as he retires, he's going to move back to Barcelona because that's his home.
Yeah, he's got roots there. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Barcelona's pretty chill, so
Yeah, I don't know if you know, but like, yeah, he had a growth deficit, and all the big clubs went and watched him play in Argentina when he was like 7 years old. They all went to see him, and no one would take a gamble on paying for his medication in order to get him up to 5'8". You know, because he has stunted growth.
Huh.
And Barcelona were the only ones that were willing to pay him and his family to come and move to Spain, and from the age of 7 they gave him growth hormones, and
Wow.
they paid for it. And then he paid them back by becoming the best player in the world. So maybe the best player ever, if there is a greatest of all time, taking us back to our previous discussion.
Yeah,
But uncontroversial, that one.
I don't know. Of his era, I think is a genuine conversation you could have, but I'm not as learned on the subject as I am in other sports.
For sure.
But usually I find it's like, it's impossible. The rules change. The game is completely different from one decade to the next. So to compare across eras is really difficult.
Oh, impossible. But you know, I don't know if in sport history is there a player that owes such a debt of gratitude to a club like Messi to Barcelona. So it makes complete sense that, as you know, 36-year-old will burst into tears saying goodbye. You know,
yeah,
it was tough. So hopefully he has another good couple of seasons in Paris, wins some trophies, and then goes and rests on his millions. And
rides off into the sunset. And his I wonder if he's paying taxes these days. Panama Papers did not do him any justice, along with numerous other people. But
yeah, for sure.
All right, well, why don't we bring our competitors in? This could be the longest we've ever talked up top. Normally we're like in and out, bing, bang, boom. I can see their faces just patiently waiting on the wings. Like, what the fuck did I sign up for today? And guess what, fellas? I can see both your faces. Suck it. For no reason, just pestering them, and they can't respond. I like it. It's a weird form of power we exude right now. But anyway, so we had a text conversation between the two of us about having these two specific guys on, and they both thankfully had a window in their schedule to make this happen.
Yeah,
and we're excited about it because personally, I've worked with both of them, and I know you've interacted with one, and worked with and are friends with another of the two. And they're such delights to work with. It's nice when it's kind of like when we first started doing things together, when you sit down and work with somebody who's a quality artist. Okay, you come in with your ideas, and then their artistry comes back at you with even more, bountiful ideas. And it's just a great interaction back and forth. And that's what I've had with you and both these guys. So
100%. I will say that before you bring them in, I have got artwork from both of these gentlemen.
Oh, really?
In my house, on my wall.
I believe it.
I've got, one of them was my best man at my wedding, and the other one I'm meeting for the first time as you bring him in. But I'm a fan of them both in terms of what they do, for sure. And very excited to have them on.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I wish I had more work to throw their way, because it's such a joy. I just like working with people that are talented, hence wanting to do this show. It's like, this is fun to sit and bang around and come up with interesting things to kind of create. And had that with both these guys. We're like, why not have them on, see how they do on the show, publicly shame them if they do poorly. But that's, we'll praise their work. And rightly so, because that's where their true artistry abounds. But I imagine, actually, I have a good feeling. I think they're both going to be excellent at today's game. And cool. I think we're both excited to have them on. So without further ado, coming in, hailing all the way from across the pond, as you said, the best man in your wedding, the guy who designed the logo for this show and has done countless other projects, with me, the one and only Mr. Luke Skinner. How are you, sir?
Hey, good to see you. Thanks for having me on. Thank you for saying all that lovely stuff about me. I'm sure it's all because of the Chicago Bulls.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Which player is that, by the way?
It's
obviously. You go. I mean, clearly.
There wasn't a Luke Longley available. So
nice. It's the only one you could buy in UK for sure.
Yeah.
Really? They didn't have any Rodmans? I would imagine
they had Pippin. You could get a Pippin if you look further back on the shelf.
Yeah.
That's sorry, Pip. That hurts.
Yes, I'm happy to be here, without a doubt.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Not sure why that was funny.
You call back to what my gripe of without a doubt. Very good.
I didn't even notice it. I apologize. It was so
Luke's
effortless.
humor goes like so under the radar. No one. You have to be like during his best man speech. I was the only one cackling.
Yeah, great review. Thanks.
Know your audience. It's a wise way to do it.
The entire premise of his best man speech was that there are jokes that are just between me and him. The entire Luke, right? Back me up. That is the premise of your speech was that what was your final line of the speech? Was like, I hope we come up with more stories or things that other people just don't give a crap about. It's just
It's just between the two of you.
That's being best friends, isn't it? When you have things that no one else gets.
Yeah.
The best. I apologize to Bryan. The best man speech I think I've ever seen was at a comedian's wedding, and a comedian was giving a speech. He wasn't best man, but he was one of the groomsmen. He was one of the few guys that gave a speech, and this baby started crying, and he laid into it like it was a heckler, and just slayed. 200 people started dying laughing at this poor child, has no understanding of the world around them. It was great. But anyway, neither here nor there. So we will bring in our second competitor. So Luke officially did the logo for our show. This man has done the logo for Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Every event poster you've ever seen. I've been lucky enough to be graced on a couple of those. But every pay-per-view event, every live event, every promotional material, by and large, has been made by this man. Could have been every single one. I don't know, but I don't want to make that claim. Wildly talented, hailing all the way from Missouri, the one and only Mr. Bryan Ward. What's going on, Bryan?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Very well, thank you.
So what have you worked on recently for the Schmoedown?
Well, outside of all the random posters, I did a hockey jersey for Kevin Smith. That was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
And I do a lot of work with Force Center and the Good People Association with Riley and Knapsack and Makuga. So that's kind of like the non-Schmoedown stuff, but most of what I do is the Schmoedown posters, match artwork, stuff like that.
For sure. And you both have worked in the corporate world and worked for multinationals.
Yeah.
So this isn't just a movie-related kind of artist affiliation. These guys are wanted by the biggest brands in the world, and we're lucky enough to have them here. Hopefully slightly making fools of themselves because it'll be more entertaining for Andy and I. It's just being selfish.
Do my best.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that part. Unless these are all based on 80s Jim Belushi comedies, I'm probably not going to do that great.
I'm sorry. Are there 15 80s Jim Belushi comedies?
There could be.
There could be. K9, The Principal doesn't count. It's not a comedy.
Taking Care of Business.
Taking Care of Business, Mr. Destiny.
Real Men. That's one of my favorite movies.
Real Men? I don't believe I know that one.
John Ritter and Belushi.
Oh, wow.
It's
Wait, this isn't round one, is it?
No, it is not.
Yeah, you're already down third.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the opening, we changed it to the Belushi round. Luke, you are operating from a deficit. All right. Are you two ready to start today's game?
Yes.
Yeah, ready.
Okay. The way the opening round works is each question is worth 10 points. What I'll do is I'll give the context clue. Andy will begin playing. And then if ever you think you know the movie that the song is from, just buzz in with your name and I'll call on you and you can guess. There is a bonus question worth 5 points, but we can get to the rules of the bonus question once we come to it. So to start us off, Bryan, you have first choice 1 through 5 randomly, but the choice is yours. Where would you like to start today?
I'll go with 4.
All right, number 4. For this opening round of Settle the Score, good luck to you both. Your clue is Ocean's 13. Ocean's 13.
Luke,
Luke.
is it Moana?
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. This one was kind of tough.
Yeah.
All right, now, Bryan, if you want to make a guess, I can give a second context clue after you guess to open it up to you and Luke, to be fair.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna guess Zootopia. I don't know.
That is incorrect, but as a heads up to both of you, that is not too far off. So the first clue was Ocean's 13,
Okay.
and the second clue will be in the hen house. In the hen house. Anything, gentlemen? Ocean's 13 and In the Hen House.
I have a guess. It's just
Go for it.
A random guess. Chicken Run.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. I like where your head's at, though.
Agree.
Luke, what about you?
Hen house. I don't know, the ocean thing, I was thinking Finding Nemo, but I guess not.
Probably not. It's Ocean's Fur.
For no, I've got nothing. Sorry.
No problem. No problem. This is one of. There's a couple in this first round that are kind of tough. That's all right. That is from the Fantastic Mr. Fox. That is the theme from Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's all right, though. It's all right. One of two in the opening round. All right. So bonus question will be open to the both of you.
Okay.
So either of you can answer. Just buzz in with your name. So here it is. Bill Murray has appeared in 8 Wes Anderson movies, including Fantastic Mr. Fox. Name 5 others.
5.
So you have 7 left to choose from. Name 5 of the 7 that Bill Murray has been in for Wes Anderson. Either you two want to make venture a guess on this?
I've only got 3 so far.
I don't even have that many, so this is all you.
All right, Luke, I'll try and get them as I go. Right.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. What do you got?
The Life Aquatic,
Yep.
The Royal Tenenbaums,
Yep.
Isle of Dogs.
Yep.
Was he in Moonrise Kingdom?
Yep.
Oh, Grand Budapest Hotel.
That is correct.
Well
you
done.
got the 5.
Well done.
Well done.
Thank you.
And
That
you
was
are
the-
on the
that last
board.
one was a lucky guess, but
It's Wes Anderson. There's only a few that he hasn't been in.
Yeah.
The others would be Rushmore and Darjeeling Limited. All right, so Luke will go ahead and let you start make the next choice. So you have 1, 2, 3, or 5. Where would you like to go next?
I'll go 2, please.
All right, number 2. It is. Your clue is. Which one do you like on this, Andy, of the context clues? A, C, F.
Go F, I think. If anybody knows anything about that movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your clue for this is perfect pitch. Perfect pitch.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 second, please, Mr. Kennedy. Oh, I don't wanna. Please don't put me into outer space. Please, Mr.
space. Sweat when they stuff me in the pressure suits. Bubble helmet, flash, golden boots. Nowhere up there in gravity zero. Need to breathe, don't need to be a hero. Please, Mr. Kennedy, I don't wanna. Please don't put me into outer space. Please, Mr. Kennedy, I don't wanna. Please don't shoot me into outer space.
Gentlemen,
Andy definitely just made that up.
the song feels like it's kind of made up, but no, that's a legitimate, real song.
I think, Matt, did you think this one was the hardest of the round? Maybe of the 15
this
in total.
one, there were 3 in this opening round that I thought were hard.
Luke, cats?
That is incorrect. That is incorrect.
yeah. That would be great in Cats. I would love that.
This opening round was a little tough. I think it gets much easier in rounds 2 and 3, like much easier. All right, so first one was perfect pitch. Your second clue would be an American folk hero. Could be that you haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah.
The look on both of your faces.
Bryan. Is it the Garfield movie?
No, it's not. You know what? I am just going to go ahead and tell you what it is, because I think the look on both of your faces is, I want to know, but I don't have the slightest clue.
Yeah.
It is Inside Llewyn Davis.
Oh.
Inside Llewyn Davis. There was a chance.
I think the cat, the cat reference in the clue is carried over from the first. As a the cat literally tries to jump up on my desk.
All right. Bonus question that is open to both of you once again. If you think you know the answer, just buzz in with your name. And here is your question. Inside Llewyn Davis was directed by what brothers?
Luke. Cohen brothers?
That is correct for 5 points.
If anybody watching, and for you two that haven't seen it, wanted to go and kind of affirm that this song exists, it's Poe Dameron, Kylo Ren, and Justin Timberlake singing together, and it's my favorite scene from this movie. I sometimes just go on YouTube just to watch this scene. It's so funny.
I have too. It's one of the better, if not the best, in the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of the movie, but that scene is memorable to me. And that's what we were hoping you guys would at least have seen that scene. That's the only reason we chose it, because it's not one of the Coens better known.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that scene did float around. Anyway, all right. So we'll flop back and forth since nobody's gotten a music question right. Bryan, you can have choice again. You have numbers 1, 3, or 5.
I'll go with 1.
All right, 1 it is. This is the last of the 3 tough ones in the first round. So you guys have managed to hit the nail on the head 3 straight times.
Great.
So we shall see. Good luck to you both. Your clue is the ball is in your court. The ball is in your court.
They just met, we're taking over. You want it bad, I want it more. Sorry I had to settle the score. You want it bad, I want it more. Sorry I had to settle the score. They just met, we're taking over. Black boots on the pavement, beast mode like I'm out of them cages, blacking out on occasion. Pick your chin up while you're all in amazement. I can see it in your faces. You never wanted us here in your spaces. Yep, you mad. Wild boys taking over the nation. They just mad, we're taking over. You want it bad, I want it more. Sorry I had to settle the score.
Gentlemen, anything?
No.
Don't know. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out a guess from the clue more than the song, because it's not ringing a bell. I feel like I've heard it before, but I can't place it.
Give you another clue. So the first one is the ball is in your court. The second one is Ready Player 2. Ready Player 2. Anybody want to take a stab at this?
Is it Balls of Fury?
That is incorrect. That is incorrect.
Just trying to
Yeah.
come up with anything.
What about you, Luke?
Is it ball is in your court? Is it Wimbledon?
No, that is incorrect. Yes, who doesn't love that Kirsten Dunst, Paul Bettany classic?
Yeah.
No, that is the song Settle the Score from Space Jam, The New Legacy. Space Jam,
really?
The New Legacy. All right, but I think those are the three toughest. You managed to randomly select the three toughest and the only genuinely really difficult songs of the entire game, in my opinion. So you got them out of the way. Good for you. You know,
Okay.
It's all smooth sailing from here. But here's a bonus question. It's open to both of you. This is the first movie in 33 years that ILM did the lighting effects for 2D characters in a live action / animated movie since what Disney film?
Luke. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
That is correct for 5 points.
Yes.
All right. So Bryan chose that last one. So Luke, you can have choice on this one since nobody's gotten a music question thus far. But it's all right. I think things are going to round the bend right now. Trust me. 3 or 5. Where are we going?
I'll go 5, please.
All right. 5 it is. Your clue is enlarged and in charge. Enlarged and in charge.
Oh, change.
In front of every kind of girl, there was long ones, tall ones, short ones, brown ones, black ones, round ones, big ones, crazy ones. And out of the middle came a lady. She whispered in my ear something crazy. She said, spill the wine and take that pearl. 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 Da, 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 da.
All right. So your first one was enlarged and in charge. Next one is pulling out just enough to win. Enlarged and in charge. Pulling out just enough to win.
Oh, you promised it was going to be smooth sailing.
Yeah, I think. You want to give him the chorus again, Andy?
Spill the wine and take that pearl. Spill the wine and take that pearl. Spill the wine and settle the score. Spill the wine and take that pearl.
Man,
All right.
I wouldn't have got this.
3. The third one. A star is porn.
is it Boogie Nights?
That is correct for 10 points.
I don't know why my head was thinking about animated movies the whole time, and then the last
little left turn right into Boogie Nights.
yeah.
All right. Well, Bryan, you got that question right, which means you have a choice on the bonus question. You can choose to answer it alone. If you get it wrong, you will lose the 5 points. Otherwise, you can open it up to both you and Luke. No one will lose any points, but he can obviously add to his lead as of right now. So my question to you is, do you want to be a dick or not?
I will definitely open it up because I haven't seen this movie in quite a long time. So
All right, fair enough. 2 stars. Here's your bonus question. 2 stars in the movie, Julianne Moore and William H. Macy have both appeared in what wildly successful movie franchise? Julianne Moore and William H. Macy.
Jurassic Park.
That is correct for 5 points.
Nice.
And we have ourselves a tie ball game with just one question left in this opening round. All right.
Right.
Your final clue and final song of the opening round is the most expensive recruitment ad you'll ever see. The most expensive recruitment ad you'll ever see.
I'm moving in slow motion. It feels so good. It's a strange anticipation. Knock, knock, knocking on wood. Bodies working overtime. It's man against man. And all that ever matters is baby who's ahead in the game. Funny, but it's always the same. Playing with the boys.
Luke,
Top Gun.
that is correct for 10 points.
Yeah, I should have known that one.
That's all right. That's all right. We got a close game so far. So bonus question time, Luke. You have the choice now. Do you want to be a dick or not?
No, I don't. I'm British.
Okay. Good for you. It's probably smart on this one. So your bonus question open to both of you, and you both can make a guess on this. Top Gun, was the highest grossing movie of 1986 at what dollar figure? And I'll give it to you if you're within 40 million. So you're just taking a guess. Both can take a guess. If you're within 40 million, you'll get it.
1986 money.
1986. You got to think box office 86, not what it was today.
50 million.
All right. Brian, what's your guess?
I'll go 100. 100
Oh,
million.
you're getting closer, Brian. It's 176 million.
Oh,
Which is not bad.
I've
Not
really
bad.
undercut that.
All right. Well, that concludes the opening round, and Luke has a 10-point lead, 25-15. So we're moving into the 5-second round. The way this works is I will give a clue again. Andy will play the opening 5 seconds. If you think you know the answer, buzz in with your name. And if you get it correct in the first 5 seconds, it's worth 10 points. Otherwise, if we have to go to the second 5 seconds of music, it is only worth 5 points. And just a heads up, you only get one guess per song in this round. So, Brian, you are in second place, which means you can have choice 1 through 5. Where would you like to start?
Let's go with 1.
All right. Number 1, it is. Your clue is High School High. High School High.
Can't salute you, can find the flag. If that don't suit you, that's a drag.
Probably should have been up a
Exactly.
few minutes.
Can you sing out the next part? Because that might give it to you. I see Luke trying to vibe to it. High School High. Brian and Luke, do you guys want to hear the next 5 seconds, or would either of you like to make a guess now? And once again, you only get one guess per song.
Yeah, I would like to hear the second 5, please.
Okay.
School's out for summer. School's out for
Well, I know the song now, but
Yeah. Why can't I place what movie this is in? God.
Okay. So the first clue was High School High. Your second clue is deep in the heart of Texas. High school high.
Bryan,
Bryan.
is it Friday Night Lights?
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. Not a bad guess, though. High school movie based in Texas. Luke, what do you got?
I don't even know if this is set in Texas, but is it Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
That is incorrect. I believe Fast Times is set here in Southern California. That is from Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Confused. The opening when all the kids are being let out from school and they're just going crazy, throwing their papers and everything like that. All right. Well, Bryan, you still maintain control. 2 through 5. Where would you like to go next?
Let's just go 2.
All right. 2 it is.
See if that works out.
Your clue for this is Headbangers Ball. Headbangers Ball.
And it was like lightning. Everybody was frightening. And the music was soothing.
Luke.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, that is incorrect.
Bryan,
Bryan.
is it Wayne's World?
That is Wayne's World for 10 points. Nice job, Bryan. Although it does kind of sound like Rocky Horror. I never really thought about that before.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, "Oh, am I wrong?" And then
yeah, you are not.
It made sense.
It does when you hear that happens every once again on the show, and somebody they guesses something, and then you instantly hear that song in a different light. But I like that America comes out on top on that one, Bryan. So I salute you, sir. Good for you.
Yeah.
All right, Bryan, you have control 3 through 5. Where do you want to go next?
Let's keep going with 3.
All right, 3 it is. Your clue for this is Main Man. Main Man.
So many things to tell her, but how to make her see.
Luke.
The Lion King.
That is correct for 10 points. I like it. We're trading back and forth. We were just tied. Now Luke takes the lead, but it's a 10-point game. Luke, 4 or 5.
I'm going to go 4, please.
4. Moving right up the charts. I like the style, gentlemen. Your clue for this is Motley Fools. Motley Fools. I love this. I can't wait. Just so you know, I put the list together and I was like, this is the one that I'm excited to see Andy do the most. So let's see. Let's see how he does. Every once again, these pop up. I get to sit back and enjoy along with the two of you.
Okay.
Wind your body, wiggle your belly, dig and go down into a new style.
That's nice.
Motley Fools.
Motley Fools. Oh, I feel like you both are. It's rattling around in your head.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the first 5 again? Because I know I do.
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, why not? Let's hear that first 5 again.
Wind your body, wiggle your belly, dig and go down into a new style.
I think it was even better this time.
Appreciate it.
Luke, Cool Runnings?
That is incorrect. That is
was that
incorrect.
right?
Bryan, would you like to hear the second 5 seconds?
Oh, I think I have to.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, why not? Why not?
Maybe a different accent would help.
Yeah. Maybe. That's the accent in the song. That's the thing. You gotta key in on. He's really doing his best to mimic. It's pretty impressive.
Wind and they go up,
Wind and go down, bubble. No,
Just turned German, did he?
Yeah, that was German. Okay. Wind and go up, wind and go down, bubble and a rocker, do the new style around. If you feel light it up, oh you feel wind it up, do a boom shakalaka until the dance floor fill up.
Brian, if you don't have a guess, I can give a second clue and open it back up to both of you to guess. It's worth 5 points, but it's your call.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So the first one was Motley Fools. The second one is I have a briefcase to solve. I have a briefcase to solve. And I'll throw in a third one. IOU. Motley Fools, IOU, and I have a briefcase to solve.
Like I know the song, and I know I've seen it in a movie. But it's just not popping in my head.
There's only one that I know of that this song has been in.
Yeah, and I should know it, and it's not coming to me. Why is
And Luke, you have another guess.
I've I can picture it in like a 90s family film. I don't know if that's way off base.
Family film's probably strong. You're
Alright.
right on the 90s.
my guess was going to be Pulp Fiction, but
That would be incorrect. And thankfully, because you said my guess would be, that doesn't make it official, you know? It seems speculative at best. So I'll give you each one more guess, and then we will unfortunately have to move on after that.
Case.
A briefcase to solve, IOU, and Motley Fools.
No, sorry.
Nothing?
I don't know. Yeah, I can't wait to be disappointed when you tell me what it
That's
is.
all right. That is from Dumb and Dumber.
Of course.
Dumb and Dumber. Is
Why
that
did I
a
not
movie you
come up-
both have seen, or is that...
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you were admonishing us for including it or yourselves
No,
for not
I'm-
getting it.
Admonishing myself for not knowing that instantly. Jeez.
That's
Yeah.
all right, though. That's all right. Well, we've
I
got
should have.
one left in this second round, which is number 5. And your clue for this is daddy issues. Daddy issues.
Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight.
Luke,
Luke,
is Eternal Sunshine of the
That is-
Spotless Mind?
that is incorrect.
Oh.
That is incorrect.
Although I think
Bryan?
it is technically, just to throw that out there.
It very well could be. Do the characters
Yeah.
have daddy issues in that? I guess maybe Kate Winslet, but I don't remember that, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Again, I know the song and I can't come up with the movie that it's in. I guess I could hear some more of it.
Okay. You want to
Maybe
hear the
that'll-
second 5? Maybe it'll spark it. All right.
Yeah.
Mr. Blue Sky. No, joking. Right, here we go. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why we had to hide away for so long. So long.
I don't know.
Daddy
Really?
issues was the first one. I
Yeah.
can give a second clue, but that will bring Luke back into the fold. So it's your choice, Brian. Would you like a second clue?
Yeah, I need it. So
Okay.
Let's
All
go
right.
for it.
So Luke, you can guess again by giving the second clue. The first one was daddy issues. The second one is Pratt Falls. Pratt Falls.
I think I know what it is, but
What do you got?
Bryan, let's go with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
That is correct for 5
Oh.
points.
That's good. That's good. Well done.
And he has narrowed the gap. Luke, you have a 5-point lead going into the third and final round. It's getting close, gentlemen. Anybody can win this game. So here we go. And jump into the third round. This is the way it works. Luke, since you are in the lead, you will have a choice, and you will also open the bidding in this betting round. So what happens is I give a clue, and Luke, you will start bidding with the number of notes you think you can guess the movie in. 3 is the minimum number of notes. The max is whatever you'd like it to be. If either of you guesses it in 3 notes and above, it is worth 10 points. 2 notes and above, 15. 1 note, 20. And 0, if you want to guess based solely on the context clues, worth 25 points. If your opponent gets it wrong, you get the points. And also, you have 1 lifeline that you can use at any point to ask for a second context clue in this third round, but you can only use it once. So, Luke, you are starting us off 1 through 5. Where would you like to begin?
4, please.
At number 4, it is your clue for this is you really like G on this, Andy?
I feel like it doesn't matter. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I like where your head is at.
But no, do what you want to do. My point was
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. All right. So your clue for this is man playing God. Man playing God. So Luke, you will start the bidding. 3 is the minimum. The max is whatever you'd like it to be. So how many notes would you like to start with?
All right. Well, I'm going to go with a moderate 16 to start with.
Fair enough. It's a nice number to start with. A lot of people get into the trap of they're like 4, and you're like, you haven't ever played this game before. Good for you. So, Bryan, it's over to you. You have a choice. You can say 15 notes down to 0, or tell him to settle the score.
I'll go 12.
12. All right, Luke, back to you. 11 or fewer. Tell him to settle the score.
8.
8. All right, Bryan.
I think settle the score on that.
Okay. On 8 notes. Once again, you do have a lifeline, Luke, that you can use at any point, but you can only use it once for the entire round. And your clue again is man playing God. Good luck.
Okay.
What's that?
Jurassic Park.
That is correct for 10 points. And he adds to his lead. You're up by 15 right now, Luke, and you have choice. So we have 1, 2, 3, or 5. Where would you like to go next?
2.
2 it is. Your clue. Do you think A gives it away?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with A. That's fine.
Even for us, it gives it away.
Potentially, yes. I like the play on words, but I thought it might give it away.
I agree. I like it.
Well, I'm thinking C. What do you think?
Yep.
All right. Apparently, a transformer is grinding one out in the background there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's me. That's my neighborhood motorcyclist.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's all right. I got construction next door. Thankfully, they took a lunch break while we're recording. So otherwise, you would be hearing construction on my end. Yeah, that just was like a low rumble. It sounded like a transformer farting in my end. It's like, I don't know what's going on. All right. So you don't think C gives it away?
I mean, it's hard to know where they're at.
Okay. All right.
I think you'll be all right.
I mean, after the game so far, I don't think it's that hard to know where we're at.
All right. Your clue, and Luke, you're starting the bidding once again. Your clue is pining for a sequel. Pining for a sequel. So how many notes would you like to start with, Luke?
10.
10. All right, Bryan, over to you. 9 or fewer. Tell him to settle the score.
I'll go 8.
All right, Luke, back to you.
6.
I like it. Bryan, deep in thought. What does he want to do? Don't forget, if Luke gets it wrong, you do get the points. So there's the
Yeah, that's
gamesmanship
true.
of you could study your
Yeah.
opponent if he looks hesitant.
I will let
Actually,
him settle the score. I don't know.
All right. On 6 notes, I believe it was. Your clue again was pining for a sequel.
okay. Star Trek.
That is correct for 10 points. And if I'm not mistaken, Bryan, you knew that one as well?
Yeah. I just from the clue, I figured it was either Star Trek or the Wonder Woman sequel.
Wonder Woman, right? Yeah.
Star Trek
That's
or Wonder
right.
Woman. Yeah, that's what I was
Like-
thinking too.
Yeah.
Can I figure it
exactly.
out on 5 notes or not? And I don't know.
Quite possibly. Well, that
Yeah.
could be a case where maybe you for future reference, bid down
Yeah.
to 0 if you're feeling confident. But Luke, you maintain control. You have a 25-point lead. There is more than enough time to catch up and win this, Bryan. So don't lose heart. So we have numbers 1, 3, and 5. Where are we going next, Luke?
1.
1 it is.
Also, I can just apologize for me descending into darkness in my office here. I don't know what's going on with the light.
Right. Well, it turned fully nighttime where you're at.
Yeah.
Not to worry. We can see your face, and that's all that matters. And we can hear you. So, all right. So you wanted number 1.
Yeah.
Your clue is, boy, I like a lot of these. What do you think, Andy? I hate to keep doing this to you guys. I apologize, but we came up with some really good context clues for this show.
I like E.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Just at a glance, but yeah. Okay, cool.
All right, your clue for this is torturing your daughter's boyfriend. Torturing your daughter's boyfriend. So, Luke, you are starting the bidding on this. How many notes?
I have no idea to start with, so I'm going to go 20.
All right. It's a smart bet. Bryan, what would you like to do, sir?
I'll take it down to 12.
Down to 12. All right, Luke, back over to you.
11.
All right. All right, Bryan, sir.
I'll go 10.
10. Okay.
All right, you can settle the score.
On 10 notes. All right, once again, your clue is torturing your daughter's boyfriend.
Feel like I should know this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with The Empire Strikes Back.
That is correct for 10 points. And close the gap. Luke still has a 15-point lead with 2 questions left. Bryan, you have control. We have numbers 3 and 5.
Just out of interest, would you have accepted Star Wars for that?
No.
Now with that context clue.
All right. Well, then that's fine.
Oh, we got your blessing, did we? Hey, guess what, Bryan? You have 41 points. Just in case there's any kind of tie. Just for that, he questioned the gamesmanship here, and Andy and I don't take kindly to that.
Yeah.
No questioning. I'm just saying I would have just said Star Wars, and so now I know that I would have lost.
Yeah, if ever there's any kind of vagueness where it's been used across 2 movies, then the context clue will decipher.
I don't believe that song was in Star Wars.
I believe you're correct.
That's right. No, it debuts in Empire. Yeah, that's right.
But it has happened before where a song has spanned others. All right, Brian, your choice, 3 or 5.
I'm going to go with 5.
All right.
Just to switch it up.
5 it is. Your clue is the perfect transition from TV to movie. The perfect transition from TV to movies. Brian, how many notes would you like to start with?
I'll go 14.
14. Luke, over to you.
12.
All right.
10.
10. Back over to you, Luke.
8.
8. All right.
I will settle the score on that. I don't
All
think
right.
I can go lower.
8 notes for you, Luke.
Okay.
Once again, the perfect transition from TV to movies. Now, you do have a lifeline you can use, just as a reminder.
Oh, yeah. And then how many have we got left? Is 2 left?
2 left. And you only have 1 lifeline.
I'm going to use it, please. Yeah.
All right.
Hit me with the
Not a
second
problem.
one.
So the first one was the perfect transition from TV to movie. The second clue is... C probably gives it away, don't you think, Andy?
It can, yeah. D is quite.
I think that's
tough,
kind of a...
man.
Yeah, it's obscure.
You can go with A, I suppose.
Include the parenthetical, or...
I wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's tough. Maybe we should have written more for this one.
Full disclosure, we write usually anywhere from like 6 to 10, and this one we only have 5. So we try and, have numerous, so as you feel out the game and see how you guys are doing. So we want to kind of dial it in for you.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one was perfect transition from TV to movie. The second one is another origin of the Joker. Would you like to hear your notes again?
Yes, please. Is it Batman 89?
That is incorrect.
No.
That is incorrect. Points go to Brian. It's Batman Mask of the Phantasm. But it's the movie that got released from the animated television show that kind of brought Batman back into popularity. But it's the theme from the TV show, and they used it all throughout the movie. So that's why we're hoping, well, maybe you watch the TV show and the movie or something along those lines.
I definitely got Batman vibes, but I couldn't get it.
All right, well, with that, Brian got the 10 points. So it is a 5-point game in Luke's favor, which means whoever gets this final question gets it correct. So, Brian, you got the points on that, which means you open the bidding on this last question. Your clue is, once again, so this one we've got 9 to choose from. 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10. Apparently, we were just lazy on Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
I haven't seen it.
10. It's good. It's not as good as the show, in my opinion. All right. So your clue for this will be corporate greed at its finest. Corporate greed at its finest. So, Brian, you got the points on that. How many notes would you like to start with?
I'll start it at 12.
All right. Luke, over to you.
10.
Back to you, Brian.
8.
6.
Taking it. All right.
I'd rather. I'll settle the score.
Uh,
I can't
All
do
right. On
all
6
of
notes.
that.
I'm not sure Luke feels confident about his decision right now.
Go hard or go home, I guess.
Sure. But you have used your lifeline, so
Yeah.
you have no extra context clue.
Corporate greed. That's finance.
Would you like to hear that again?
Yes, please. Wall Street.
That is incorrect, which means Mr. Bryan Ward wins today's game by 5 points. That is the theme from Aliens. Well, congratulations, Bryan,
Oh, thank you.
for pulling out today's game and using the settle the score properly.
Yeah, I answered so many questions correctly that I deserve this victory. I think Luke's misses outscored me.
All I know is I want to play Luke in poker. How many cards? 3? Oh, I have a little extra bet on this hand. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But it was a close affair, and
Yeah.
as we told you guys before we started, and we're gonna tell the fans is we're gonna reset and open up because this is show 50, which means we've done 750 songs and haven't duplicated a single one. So unfortunately, you guys caught some obviously more obscure between the Inside Llewyn Davis and whatnot. But I think you guys did quite admirably, to be perfectly honest. We've had people play this game and do way worse. So
I got the Star Wars question right, so I'm happy.
Surrounded by this Star Wars paraphernalia in the background there.
I feel like if I was listening to this, I would have been screaming Wayne's World at the screen. And now I'm very embarrassed about that. But never mind. It was a good game. Well done, Bryan.
Yeah, good job on your part. Most of my points came from you missing.
Still, that's part of the game. Take
Yeah.
advantage of the mechanics,
Yeah.
Win at all costs. That's the American way, Bryan.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah. Don't worry about anyone else. Just worry about
No,
yourself.
collateral damage be damned.
Yeah.
But still, though, a close game, and you guys performed really excellent, considering, I don't know how Andy or I would have fared with a number of these.
Yeah, tough episode.
Yeah. So that all being said, I think you guys did great, and it was fantastic to see you nonetheless. So the reason we wanted to bring you on is kind of to showcase what you do and hopefully expose people to being able to tap into your art and just experience what you guys are creating. So Luke, we'll start with you since we'll close with you, Bryan, as the winner. Where can people, find your portfolio and potentially commission some work?
I'm at Luke Skinner on Instagram and Twitter. And then my website is lukeskinner.co.uk. So you can find me there. This might be a long shot, but if anyone happens to find themselves in Birmingham, UK, not Birmingham, Alabama, on August 16th, I've got a piece in an art exhibition in Birmingham. So you can Google Birmingham Design Festival to find out about that.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm in an exhibition with a bunch of others, talented artists from the area, and you can check that out. That's it. Look me up, say hi, and maybe we can do something cool.
Yeah, please do. Andy was kind enough to introduce us, and you've done 2 logos for me now, and even designed a present for my nephew that he was blown away. 6 years old. and made a comic book cover of a comic book character that he created, and it was just perfect.
that's
He
cool.
loved it, and it's framed in his room, and it's his favorite thing that he owns now. So,
Okay.
yeah, crushed
That's
it out of the park. So please hit him up. It was lukeskinner.co.uk.
Yes.
I'll say the you should definitely look up Luke and tap him up if you've got any work. And the most impressive thing is that he does it all in the dark. He's like God that way.
Dialed into that computer, man.
I mean, the worst thing about this is the light is on. Like, I need to get some new light bulbs.
Dude, trust me.
Maybe people can come to both of us with the work, and then we can bid down how much we charge.
I thought you were gonna say collabo. You know what I mean? You're like, no.
I could do that for $150.
Settle the score.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Draw
I like
that
it.
work and just like, all right. So you're saying pitching a new game idea is what you're saying, Bryan.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it could be.
Settle the Draw would be a good
Settle
spin-off show.
the draw.
Yeah.
And over to Bryan, I've been the beneficiary of, you designed a logo for us for the top 10 for Golden Ticket, which is just gorgeous. And, made some amazing posters. I remember there was a Caddyshack one you did for schmoedown with me, and I think it was Tom. And it is, as soon as I saw it, I was like, that sings. That is beautiful. And your work is stellar. So where can people find that and hopefully commission some work from you?
You can find me on Twitter is just Bryan E. Ward. It's Bryan with a Y, obviously. And I have a pinned tweet with all my other stuff. Instagram, I have underscores, and it's a weird thing because there's another Bryan E. Ward apparently. But and then my website is just bryaneward.com. It's probably better just to check out my Twitter, and you can email me or DM me. But most of what I do ends up on there.
Okay.
It's probably the most active of all of my sites.
Is the old Twitter account?
Yeah, and you can watch the schmoedown and see things that I've designed and other various podcasts.
Yeah, I would say your aesthetic is all over that. If people are fans of that show and you like the visuals of it, well, you can thank Bryan for a preponderance or majority of that. And Luke, I'd say you come in and underbid his work on schmoedown. You know what I mean? He's setting a precedent here.
I should have assumed so, but I didn't realize, Bryan, that you did the Golden Ticket. I should have assumed it was your work, of course. But I guess considering it's my music on top of that we've technically then worked together.
Yeah.
Right. That would be
collaboration there.
Just didn't know.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Big
I did the Golden Ticket. I did some top 10 shirts, and
we our live show logo. People wear that. My wife was wearing that shirt the other day.
Anna still wears ours.
Yeah.
I refuse to wear. I refuse to wear it now that I'm on a show with you. Matt. I won't put.
I
your
can't
face
wear
on
a
my
T-shirt
chest
with my
anymore.
face on it. It feels really fucking strange. I've worn it once, and I'm like, I don't like this at all.
I don't like wearing anything that I designed, so
Okay.
I understand. Although most of what I've done in my life is for Harley Davidson and Bass Pro Shops, two things I don't really care about. So it's been pretty easy not to worry about.
But God love them. They put food on your table. So
yeah.
So was it a Harley that you sent along to Luke's street today to sabotage it?
Yeah, I called in some favors from UK dealers I've done work for.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that bicycle group that shows up in Birmingham on the 16th. Just
Yeah.
revving engines right outside the front door
With a load of bass.
Yeah. Some hunting gear and
Yeah.
All right, it's getting too serious now.
a camouflage Bible we sold. That was interesting.
And Luke, for what it's worth, my place, this is about as light as it ever looks. This room is nothing but windows.
Yeah.
I literally have the sun blaring in my face right now, and it still looks pitch black above me and mostly behind me. So I feel your pain on that.
I'm in a windowless basement right now, and I still have light. So
Yeah.
I have full control on my phone. Ready?
awesome.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yeah.
Chinese hackers. Now you can attack Andy's house.
Yeah.
Sure, he's got other smart things. Dial up his heat in the middle of summer. Get him.
Yeah.
I do have smart thermostat.
Of course you do. If anybody has one, they end up going, this is convenient. And they get a bunch.
Yeah.
All right. Well, please head over to lukeskinner.co.uk or at Luke Skinner across the various social media. But Instagram is his preferred. Or Bryan is at Bryan E. Ward on Twitter. And you could head to his website, bryaneward.com. But apparently Twitter is where you're going to see the bulk of his work. But please hit them up. They are both exceptionally easy to work with and a joy. It's great to collaborate with talented individuals who you come at them with a half-brained idea and they come back with 15 options and 5 of them are better than anything you thought of. And you kick yourself. And you're like,
what? One day we've got to show people the alternates for the little quaver with the box
for our logo.
Yeah.
Usually I'm pretty good at that. I can go, this is what I'm kind of feeling, and I had nothing on this. And Luke, you came back with like 4 that me and Andy and everybody that I showed were like, those are all winners. And we settled on Old Nody here. I don't think we've ever really given him a name.
In the first episode, I was like, someone name it.
Yeah, never happened. Somebody, let's get a naming thing going on YouTube. Go YouTube.
This is episode 50, so we're 2 weeks away from our anniversary.
year.
And come on, fill up the comments. Yeah,
let's go. Let's have it.
Let's say you get 2 votes in the you get your name hat in the hat twice if you suggest.
I'll come up with the you suggest a name that we like. You'll just be on the next fan show. How about that?
I'm good. Yeah.
But that is only voted on us, and then if we need tiebreakers, we'll bring in Bryan and Luke. They were here for the genesis of this idea. We can have them have a say in this matter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, it was a pleasure to see you both.
Yeah.
And good luck with your art exhibit on the 16th, Luke.
Thank you.
And Bryan, to the 75 shows that you have to design flyers for this week. I do not envy you. Get some rest in there somewhere, sir.
Yeah, I'll try. But thanks for having me on. It was a lot of fun. Like, I didn't know a lot of the answers and I hadn't seen some of the movies, but it was still fun to play. So I enjoyed it.
And the beauty is you played the game well and you still won.
Yeah.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, really fun. I've obviously following it for a while now, so it's really, really nice to be a part of it. So yeah. Thanks. Good to meet you, Bryan, and see you soon, Andy. And nice to see you again, Matt.
A pleasure, sir.
Who said that?
Someone from the shadows. I know that. Cape Birmingham Crusader here. All right. Well, that is it for Settle the Score this week. Andy, anything you want to add before we get out of here?
No, I'm good. Just as usual, just comment and retweet, and we'll put your name in the hat for the September.
Yeah, for the fan show. Yeah, if you want to retweet and like the tweet that I put out, or leave us a comment over at youtube.com/Matt Knost on any of the videos. The more times you do it, from the last fan show to our next one on the drawing, if you do it every week, that just adds your name in every week. And some people retweet plus leave comments. And actually, Nick is one of those individuals, and he got on the last fan show. So please, if you want to join us, hit us up at either of those 2 locations. You can follow Andy anywhere at STS_Andy M, and me at Matt Knost. That is it this week. Stay safe out there. For God's sakes, go get your vaccine. Wear your mask. Stay 6 feet apart. Let's beat this damn thing together. We'll see you guys next week for a new edition to Settle the Score. Until then, adios.